Hello. Let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, yeah, right. We're going to the moon. That's what's going on. Make sure everything's researched. I think this has a couple baby sergeants. Yep, that's researched. "44 days. Yeah, the next one we'll do with hydrazine. That's quite an expensive launch. $20 million to launch. Okay, so we have until August 27th. We have until May 9th. 6 months. 7 months? 7 months. So we have 7 months for the moon. So we can make 5 attempts before achieving orbit. Alright, so hey, R&D's done. Excellent. Okay, let's rebuild it with hydrazine. We'll have to pay through the nose for hydrazine, but that's okay. Oh, actually, it's a bigger rebuilding process than I would have thought because we finally get RCS quads. So that's nice. So step 1, let's get some hydrazine. Oh, that's not as ruinously expensive as I feared. And we're at tech level 1 on the RCS, finally. Get rid of those. Unlock these. Make sure they're on hydrazine. They're not. Alright. Remove the peroxide. Put the hydrazine in. Also, we're going to have to check the masses. Because we're a little dry. That's nice. Okay. That's very nice. Fleet 2 is going to be better in every way. So snap you back on, move you back down. Okay. Now, I believe that this tank is tooled. Nope, it's not, but it's dirt cheap to tool. Is there anything else untooled on this thing? No. It's just legitimately that expensive. All right. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. No, Mr. Bond, that would be nice. Saturn Fury and I were talking about it for a little bit, but we don't. Neither one of us had any good ideas yet. Specimen Spiff. I'm not sure what you mean by the tooling changes, but as for the thing about parts that are being researched, that's hard to do because it requires integrating with KCT to know what your research queue is. Also, you can game the system a little bit by queuing up a research node, starting the training, then undoing it and researching something else, and then researching it later, although I'm not sure how much that would actually gain you. It's a little bit dangerous. I think that's why I decided not to do that on the original round. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and send Fleet 2. I need to save the changes I've made. Happily, the fairing base doesn't have colliders in that part of it, so it'll be fine. Yeah, so then it's just integrating with KCT, so you'd have to send a request to the binder plugin and get the queue from that somehow. But that should be doable. EDL's coming up next. Okay. Hey, it's a night launch to the moon because we totally missed all our summer launches. Oh well. Specimen Swift, that's why length changes are super, super cheap compared to diameter changes. Like if you once you've tooled a given diameter, length changes are pretty darn cheap. Like at least an order of magnitude, if not 2 orders of magnitude cheaper. That's already taken into account with the tooling. No, there's a whole enum for that. Yeah, it's in the code. Definitely in the code. Because that would not have cost 437 funds to tool, which you just saw me do on screen. It would have cost like, 5 or 6 million. Yeah, I forget where I stuck it, but there's a when you do the tooling check for a length and a diameter, first it checks the diameter, and then it checks the length, and then it reports the enum of untooled, partially tooled, or fully tooled. Launch into plane of target. 9 hours. Yeah, this is going to be different now. Now we go back to whatever this was before, which I think is that. I think that's correct. Well, I'm a freaking doofus. Jeepers creepers, I'm a doofus. I forgot to fully load up that stage. Whoops. When I was streaming last time, I was not terribly awake, and this is the result. Well, what can we do? We really don't have enough delta V here. Yeah, the tool all button would be super useful. The only issue with it, no, it's fine. Just make sure that you don't sum up the costs and do it. You have to do them one by one, because once you've tooled at a given diameter, the other ones will be cheaper. So you have to get them in sequence. Let me do a little math here. I really don't think this is going to work. No, this is not going to work. I'm gonna be about 100 meters per second short. Oh, I bet I also left the wrong guidance on here. No, I fixed the guidance. All right. All right. Man. All right, so we're gonna lose like quite a few days. And like $20 million. But I'm gonna have to fix that. Specimen SIF, yes. The point of the pre-built tanks is that they already have the tooling cost figured in. It's proc tanks where before you could just resize them without paying an entry cost. All right, so that's recovering for 9 days. Let's first edit this so it will be correct. No, literally the entry cost, tooling costs are just entry costs for Proc Parts. That's gameplay-wise, that's all they are. So if you're already paying an entry cost for a part, it doesn't have tooling costs. And how long does this? 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to overburn this a little bit because we kind of don't have a choice. But then we don't actually have enough oomph to get that into orbit. We really need the biggie, the thing that'll toss 800 kilos to the moon. But we kind of can't afford it. I guess we're using 6 of these now. Costs $1 million more. Nah, I'll leave that alone. Would delta staging make sense for this? 4 and then 2? I don't think so. I think we want the liftoff thrust. Now this needs to not be over provisioned. So let's check the numbers. 786 plus 4355 plus 3826 is 8967. We're still low. So let's overburn this a little bit. $89.92. We're probably still short for orbit. Dang. Wow. All right. Yeah, in the last one or the one before that, I was asleep at the wheel and designed something that couldn't do its job. Can we maybe make this thing lighter? Let's look. It's 199 kilos. Step 1, those are just extra mass. Don't need them. Step 2, let's check what our delta V is for this. So we need 2 more stages. And 134 wet. .107 dry. So 134 over 107. Take the natural log. Google's calculator is misbehaving. That's weird. Let's try this again. ln 134 over 107 is 0.22 times 9.0665. And what's the 198? Not bad. 436 meters per second. We do not need that much delta V. We really don't. Save 10 kilos. How much will this give us? 650. So that's actually enough to insert. Could almost get by with just one, actually. Specimen Spiff, if you're trying to make a ComSat network so they can all see each other, you probably need something that can fine-tune orbital parameters. You can't just do unguided insertions. All right, let's see how big a difference this made. We saved 20 kilos, which is 10% of our mass. Eep. Oops, wrong thing. Don't want snap. Okay. That's looking better. Let's not overburn this quite so much. That's fine. We also should convert the rest of the thing over to hydrazine. Okay. Same for this one. And hydrazine. Okay. Now let's look at the delta V. 785 plus 4333 plus 3955, 9073. Man, that better achieve orbit. Oh, that's still tight, though. That's still so tight. All right, let's go down to that's probably fine. That gives us just a little bit more. Another 25, 30 meters per second. That's enough to 9100. Specimen Spiff, you're absolutely correct. I don't need. Sorry, Blowfish. Blowfish, you're absolutely correct. I don't need a relightable second stage. So let's see what difference that makes. I hate to not keep solid, but I hate to not have a consistent LV design here. But yeah, that helped a lot. 786, 4351 plus 4052, 9189. Whew, boy, that helped a lot. Really, we were really paying a price for the control and relightability on that stage. So yes, this is now a viable, and it's cheaper too. This is now a viable lunar launch vehicle. But boy, it required a considerable redesign to be so. Could even maybe go back to 4 solids at this point, but I'll stick with what we got. All right, now what can we do for Flea 1? Probably not much that won't be an entire rebuild. I guess let's rename this Flea 1. Vessel recovery. Yeah, we're going to have to pay the $20 million to launch it again, and we're quickly running out of money. All right, so we can get rid of this stuff. Oop! Let's try it again. Piano Josh, that's expected. Rollout cost, launch cost should be somewhere on the order of 2 to 5 times the cost of the vehicle. That's as expected. Yeah, that's correct. If you look, let me see if I'm the channel owner. I should be able to post links. There. That gives you some examples of flyaway costs versus launch costs. Yeah, reusability is super overrated. All right, let's try this whole shebang again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, and this needs to get filled all the way. This needs to get filled up. And I think I'm going to take away one of the baby sergeants, and we'll see how that works. Oh, that's why the other thing was so darn expensive, because I bet I didn't retool that. All right, between that and the RCS, that should be enough to at least capture. Because this just requires a perigee. Yep, does not have an apogee, does not have an aposeline requirement. Okay, so that's going to be fairly quick to remanufacture. But it will take a while to roll out, and I'll still be dinged the $20 million to relaunch it. $32.08 is, I think, enough delta V. Let's see if we have enough delta V to get that stack into orbit. 675 plus 4389 plus 3958 is 9022. That might actually take us a little bit short. That's not the best. What can we do? We can do that. Do that. Let's do the math again. 673 plus 4354 plus 4066. 9093. Given a 2.0 liftoff thrust weight ratio, I think that'll be just enough. I hope it'll be just enough. I guess we could try over burning this a little bit. That'll give us another 20 meters per second. Yeah, we'll overload this a little bit. Let's look again. 665 plus 4389 plus 4066. 9120. All right, that should be enough. Just barely, but it should be enough. I do have fewer boosters. I don't want to add the extra boosters because that'll considerably change the extent to which KCT thinks it's unchanged. So I'm not going to screw with that at all. Because remember what I was saying on the last one, maybe we could get away with boosters. Wonder what the cost difference would be if I switched that stuff to hydrazine. Probably not much. Let's 9984. Let's look. That's better. That did not take us down very much. So we'll go with that. We'll call this Fleet 1. Why not? We'll rename the other one Fleet 2. So let's look at our delta V one more time. Okay, so 665 plus 4390 plus 4072 is 9127. That's fine. That should be enough for orbit with that thrust weight ratio. All right, let's do it. Pay the $20 million. $20 million and 20 extra days. Them's the breaks. Oh, it's only 6 days to roll it out. That's cool. And it's slightly cheaper. All right, we've lost almost a whole month. Oh, no, I know why they're... That's why it's so expensive to roll it out, because I'm launching on a Tier 4 pad instead of a Tier 3 pad. Because I was too cheap to make one of my Tier 2 pads a Tier 3 pad. So that's why I'm paying through the nose a bit extra. I really need to get another Tier 3 pad so that I can launch these on a Tier 3 pad and not pay extra. All right, let's try this again. Launch into plane of target. Dupe. Hot staging. Fairings. Dupe. Oh, the staging here is screwy. Okay, now the staging is not screwy. Hopefully I... We'll launch real low to save on delta V. Yeah. Let's do that. I used to launch to 145 at one point. Yeah, Blowfish, you definitely... So, for example, if you have a Tier 7 pad, it's like $20+ million no matter what you're launching, just for the infrastructure costs. And then there's also, I think, it varies by a factor of about 50% extra for the high-end pad versus the low-end pad for that rocket. So there's some variation. All right, let's do this. Hopefully I chose decent numbers for the ascent. Kapow! Here we go. Why is it nanning? There we go. That's better. Man, it thinks we're gonna have... That seems wrong. That's more correct. Although the fact that that's increasing so quickly is kind of worrying. I still think something's screwy here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stable peg guidance. Yeah, it's claiming that we're really going to come up 400 spare. That seems unlikely, but maybe we really only need 8,500 to orbit. Piano Josh, that's with Lamont's latest stuff. I'm still using rather ancient stuff. The new stuff does, I think, support the doglegging as needed. Seconds to core burnout. Quarter-degree relative inclination is expected. 10 seconds to MECO. Good light on the X405. .5 kilometers per second remaining. Yeah, we're going to do it on 8,500. So, yeah. We totally didn't need the 6 boosters. We could have gone to something higher than 150, for example. What if we go to 160? All right, so we can apparently make 170 on this. That's cool. All right, fairing set. Hello. And no, not triple first stage landing soon. I mean, first let's wait for SpaceX to do a triple first stage landing rather than a dual. But Alright, the down pitch is beginning. Yeah, I really was overly worried about the delta V required to reach orbit with solids. Oh well. Making up for the prior thing where I was like a kilometer per second short. We're going to have so much spare on this stage, it's ridiculous. Which I think means that we might have been able to do it in the first place, because I would have had about 300 meters per second spare. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and the antennas are out. Discard the previous stage. Now, Hohmann transfer. 3144, so we have plenty of delta V. It's in 19 minutes. Let's go ahead and $125. We want we know we're going to overburn a little bit, so let's try that. And we can clean it up with RCS. All right, so let's go ahead and activate the engine. What just happened? Oh, that's that weird thermo bug that seems to only happen to RF. So I'm going to recreate it. I'm going to do a meter per second less, and we'll let MechJeb handle it. Yay, at least it's going to be a light side injection. Very stable. Do we have any battery in this left? Yes, we do. Excellent. That really should be in that stage. I don't know. Sound and Fury, maybe? He's been playing his career for a long time. Oh, no, Esau totally has. Posts on Reddit. He's in the Discord. I know. I think there's a bunch of other people in the Discord who've done it. I just don't think about it as much as I should because I'm usually just paying attention to the RC and lurking on the Discord. I've now hit the point where I can do it. With 800 kilograms TLI, I should be able to do that. But it's kind of chintzy because I don't have legs yet. All right, let's see how close we got. We overburned. Shocker. Okay. Now, hopefully, if I decouple, let's see, is this going to set to debris properly? Oops. Oh. I can't tell from here. We'll find out. Okay, let's get the solar panels into the light. All right. Now, let's go ahead and decouple. The heck was that? Oh, that was the... All right. Turn this off. Get clear of the stage. Why did we just... Why are we now on a collision course again? All right, so ever so slowly we're going to flip retrograde because I'm very chary about using up hydrazine. Why are we rolling? What the heck happened? $70 kilometers we'll have to do. and we still have decent. Good. All right, let's go to the moon. Translation shouldn't have made me start to like roll. What's being built? I feel like I should edit that so that it doesn't have the 6 boosters again. But we'll do that once we actually get to the moon, which we will in 5 days. Oh, all right. All right. Well, I guess I'll actually go edit that now. And hope that popping back to it doesn't cause problems. So with 4 boosters, it only took like 8,700 meters per second vac delta V. We had 300 meters per second spare. So let's go ahead and try 4 boosters. Yeah, that's going to be plenty. That's fine. Verify staging. Staging looks good. So we lost 7%, which was like 5 or 6 days. It'll be a little cheaper too. Okay, let's go back to Flea 1 and go to the moon. And hope that it doesn't change our periselene appreciatively. Nope, we're good. Okay. And there's still decent light on these. Yeah, so we should be doing okay on electrical charge. Right? We're losing it, but not very quickly. $2560 by 1600 actually. I had an HP 30-inch from back when 30s first came out. It died only like 6 months ago, and I'm now on a new Dell 30. But yeah, 16 by 10 for life. Let's get all the things. Science. Right, and we didn't go for polar. We just went for equatorial. but we need the money, to be honest. I've only barely messed with KOS. I program for a living and I mod KSP. I really don't want to program in KSP. Also, like, I will never get used to using period as a terminator. It's just so weird. I'm more likely to use KRPC. Whoops. More science. I did not end up doing the spin stabilized lunar orbit thing. Could have, but should have done it like 2 years ago, because I could have done it then. But this will be fine. This is less cheaty. Oh boy, we're going to get so much science. Oh yeah, and this can go away, can it? Yes, yes it can. Okay. All right, let's create a circularization node. Oh, no, at Periselene. 776. That's more expensive than I thought it would be. I thought it was only going to be 700. But it's still better than 900, which is what it would be for your return. Right. So how are we doing on electric charge? Still got half. That's okay. We don't have to make it that long. We just have to collect some science and be on our way. Ferrum, in terms of it exploding badly all the time, it's so Kerbal. Man, we're still over the same biome this whole trip in. That's impressive. Now we're finally not. Okay, and we'll still have comms at that maneuver node. So that's good. I'd hate to have to do it with RemoteTech. Yeah, it could be Curb Python or something. That would be truly horrific. like, who the heck thought that was a good idea? Now my comment section is going to be filled with people who love Python. Called it! Yeah, not a Python fan. More science. And now we're going to be in space low. Oh boy. That's a lot. All right. Let's align to the node. Come on, hurry it up. I thought these were set to... Just those. And why are we what the hell is going on, guys? Why did MechJeb just... shoot, we're going to be... All right, let's... Maybe now MechJeb will hold us steady? Okay. Okay. We have now captured into lunar orbit, no matter what else happens. That is excellent news. And we still have decent solar panelings. So let's just analyze some telemetry and send it home to get the contract. And wait, why do we not have it yet? Oh, checking for orbital stability, that's all. Okay. Well, I'd say our orbit was pretty stable. Turn that off, turn SAS on. We can go ahead and clean that orbit up later because we still have plenty of delta V. But for now, I'm just happy that we made it. Transmit all the science. What's our period? 6 hours. All right, so oops, shoot. We're out of comms. At some point we'll have comms again. And then I need to find where the data is. Okay. So I know one is the VisLite thing. Review stored data. Transmit, but where's the other one? Probably in this. Yep, guessed right. Transmit. Okay. This thing does not have roll control, which is why I was concerned it was rolling before. Yeah, I'll try to lower my orbit first. And then I'll call it quits, because it's upper time. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take many, many passes to do this. Ferrum, it was because I didn't really have the mass to spend. And I also didn't want to bother doubling the number of these. The follow-up probe does have roll control because it has RCS quads. It was because I didn't want to wait the extra 40 days to unlock RCS quads. And I didn't really have the mass to burn. So, no roll control. But it all worked out okay. Please don't do as I do. All right, so I'll have to finish this on a number of passes. But shaved already 2 hours off our orbital period. Thank you. It's this was because I didn't want to mount all the instruments, so I just did that and it ended up looking like one of the Lunas. But them's the breaks. Yeah, it ended up looking very Luna. Although Merkin with the solid kick motor. Alright, that's 3 hours off the period. Well, almost 3 hours. Bring it down to an even 2,000 kilometers and then take time off for supper. It is a derpy little probe. All right, 2,000 kilometers. How are we doing on solar panels? 0.73, 0.95, not bad. How are we doing on electric charge? We still have about half, which means it should last another 20 orbits, 30 orbits. Don't know. Okay, so there's that. I'll see you all later tonight, or if not, then tomorrow. So thanks for watching and have a good one.